Hi, welcome to my channel, Danny-agapey. Today, I'm going to talk about 10 business ideas that diaspora can consider if they want to move to Ghana, and some of them doesn't take that much to embark on it, and as you expand, as it becomes successful, you expand. Some of them, it could take quite a bit of money, and there is a need for it. You'll see as we discuss. I'm going to talk about 10 business ideas you can consider taking an interesting. But always, as usual, it's always a good idea to go there, explore the situation, and see how you can embark on these ideas. The first idea is something that is prevalent over there in many of the major cities as restaurant. And this is a good idea, but with a twist. Those of the diaspora who are interested in this see that though there are restaurants over there, they can establish restaurants to the level that the diaspora will appreciate with the African flavor. Customer service is a thing that's a big thing for many who have had experiences in restaurants in Africa, and this could be improved. Variety of African dishes and American, European dishes, that would be a good idea. Jamaican dishes, that would be a good idea. But definitely, customer service needs to be improved. Second business idea, beekeeping. Very good. Why is this good? Doesn't take much to start. If you want to, and it's recommended, I recommend that you start small and expand as you see it, the success of it. There are different techniques of raising bees. The best idea, I think, is to always find ways that you can get your materials locally or make them locally. That's your best bet. Make them. For instance, extraction, the centrifuge machines and stuff like that, you don't have to use that. You can make wooden presses to get your honey. And as you expand and it becomes very successful, then you can go into centrifuge and other machines. But you really don't have to have centrifuge machines. No, anything that can extract, like wooden presses. You can look at YouTube and find out how to make these wooden presses, and that will be very good and very affordable. Also, many of the beehives, like Kenyan top bar, it can be made locally without much importation. But what I recommend very much is that you get these netting or the gauges that will separate the brooding chamber from the honey chamber. You need that so that when you harvest the honey, you don't touch the brooding chamber. That is what is disqualifying many of the beekeepers. They do it, and when they test this, the quality of the honey is bad. It's too much water, too much nectar. That is no good. It will ferment. You cannot export that to any place. Nobody wants that because it go bad. But if brooding chamber is excluded from the honey chamber, and when the honey is ready, you harvest only from the honey chamber. Then you test it, and there are very cheap equipment to test this, such as very cheap equipment to test this that you can get on YouTube, and then you can use it to test it, and if you can get the water level to be around 17 or less, it will be good. That quality level will be good to even export it. Why? Because it won't go bad, and that's what you want. Just because going by eye and seeing this and then just harvesting everything, that's not the way to go, because you'll be harvesting the honey and the brooding, and that will bring the quality down. You don't want that. It won't be good. It will ferment, and you can't export it. So that is something that you want to keep in mind. And as it becomes successful, then you increase the beehives as you gain the technique and everything. But as you can see, it's very good to think about this, because then you will need to move to a smaller city, not in Accra, definitely not in Accra, but in smaller city, maybe an hour away from Accra, 30 minutes away from Accra. That's where you want to have the beekeeping, someplace away from Accra, at least 30 minutes away. Okay? So that is something that does not require that much money if you start small and expand as you become successful. But always aim to have the water content less than 20%. If you're going to be exporting it, it has to be around 17%. This way it doesn't ferment, and that's what you want. Okay, number 3, security. This may be good for some people who have experience in it. Not just security, but security with guard dogs, such as German Shepherd, boxers, guard dogs like this, trained guard dogs. So those who have experience in this, if you are to breed these dogs, train them, they will be in demand. Believe me, people have $1 million homes, they want guard dogs. People who are diaspora who have invested in and living in Ghana, they may be very interested. Businesses will be very interested in the big cities. Okay? So, breeding and training of guard dogs. Number 4, shipping and delivery. This is a good idea, and it can be done between the countries that you're familiar with, and from Ghana to where you are moving from, and vice versa. That's a good idea. Number 5, fashion. So the African-made fashion, the very good African fashion makers, and working with them, you can actually get ideas and start business with them. And many people are very good even contacting stores like Walmart, Costco, and they can actually make quality products that can be displayed there, and that would be a good idea. Another thing is or you can start a business of putting this online, selling them online. So fashion is number 5. Number 6, Airbnb. If you can go into that, that's a good. Make it reasonable so that individuals, when coming from say Europe or America, do not have to pay that high fees, but have something that is reasonable. Anything between like $50 and $100 a day is quite reasonable. So a lot of people will be interested in that. So when they come, they can have a room to themselves with services, and if they come into a group, they can share this. So that is a good idea, Airbnb. Number 7, School supplies, and these are very good. School supplies, science books, math books, and stuff like that. Those you can coordinate with the schools, and these are always in demand. School supplies, so having a store that individuals can go there and get school supplies is a good idea. And ultimately, you can also find out how you can get used textbooks to be in your stores. Used textbooks from abroad, bringing them to Ghana to bring the cost down, so that that will be a very good idea. Okay, and number 8, shea butter products and marketing these. So shea butter is abundant in Ghana, but what is being said here is that value has to be added to it. So using the shea butter to put value into it to make products like cosmetic products and everything, that will bring the value higher, and that could be good for export and stuff like that. And that is a good business. Chocolate production. I've made that is something that is being promoted in the chocolate producing countries such as Ghana and Ivory Coast. It's a good idea if you can get into it and if you can afford it, because I'm sure credits are being given to make these businesses able to start and flourish. And so you can take advantage of that. Chocolate production for export and for local consumption and for export to other African countries. Okay, so number 9 is chocolate production and export of it, marketing it locally and for export to African countries and to places like Europe. Okay, number 10, computer-assisted school help. Okay, so many of the students of course, the students, they go to school, but many need extra help. And that's why those with educational background may want to establish business where they can help the students, not actually establish the school themselves, but assist the students with the homework, following the syllabus. You can buy the syllabus and see how you can help these, and for some fee, and depending on the number of students you help, as you advertise and you get the help, that could be used to as a source of income, and be a very good idea. And just as we see, some of these, they require quite some money to start. Some don't require that much. This idea, and if you have the experience in it, it can take off very well. And so these are some of the ideas that I'm recommending. Next time, I'm going to talk about another 10 business ideas. In addition to this, 10 different business ideas that will be very good to get into. Okay, so encourage you to go to subscribe and hit the notification button, so as it comes up, you are notified, and hit the like button, and also share with your friends. And let me hear your comments, and we can talk about it. Another video that will come up in the future will be one that will be talking about beekeeping and how that can be improved. A lot of effort is going on and everything, but unless the quality is high enough for export, it's not going to make it. But a little bit of technique will help to improve the technique, improve the business. Why am I saying I'm confident? Because Ethiopia is doing it, Kenya is doing it, South Africa is doing it. Why not Ghana? They should be able to do it. But some techniques are needed. They have the basic idea, but some things is messing things up, and quality down. Water content is not up to standard. To be able to export it has to be, the quality has to be that it will not ferment. It will remain honey for as long as you keep it. And that is where the technique comes in. Doesn't require too much money. Can be done. Look at Kenya, look at Ethiopia, look at South Africa. Can be done easily. Does not require too much money. But you can expand it and you can really do well. Very good business idea, because you don't have to feed the bees, you just have to be close to the foraging source where they can get nectar and everything. Have to be close to that, and a few other things that they require. Don't have to feed them. That's what makes it so very good idea. All right, so we talk about this next time, and until then, please don't forget to subscribe. See ya.